In this video, we will review the big idea about frequency and wavelength and think about why it is useful in real life. Here we have two waves. We can see from the graph that here's the wavelength for A, here's the wavelength for B. So wave A has a smaller wavelength. Remember, wavelength is lambda, looks like that. Wave B is long, wave A is short. To make this wave, we need much higher frequency for wave A. For wave A, we gotta swing it up and down, like really fast, like that. With wave B, you can swing it slowly. So that means that wave A has a higher frequency. Frequency is F. Remember, smaller, higher. In other words, the big idea here is that when the wavelength is smaller, the frequency is higher. And if the wavelength is higher, longer, the frequency is lower. One gets bigger, one gets smaller. How do we say that in words? We can say that as the frequency we can say increases, the wavelength decreases. That's the big idea. Increase, decrease. This is frequency, this is wavelength. So when the frequency increases, the wavelength decreases. Of course, this also means that if the frequency decreases, then the wavelength increases. One goes up, the other goes down. That's the big idea. Why is this useful? Well, in class we talked about our phones, we talked about 5G waves and 4G waves. 5G waves might look like this, compared to 4G waves, which might look like that. So 5G waves has a higher frequency, and we have faster internet. But because the frequency is higher, the wavelength must be shorter. What does that mean? That means that with 4G, the wave travels farther. So if we have people and we're trying to use our phones, we only need maybe a tower here, a tower here, a tower here. And the phone signals go to the cell phone towers. That's okay. With 5G, with the same people, we need a lot more towers. A lot more of these towers. Why? Because wave is very short. It doesn't go very far. If we go farther away, we won't get much access. So we need a lot more towers because the wavelength is lower. That's it for today.